Hey, it's Lachlan and I hope you're well. Well, Christmas is fast approaching, and so today we've got a special episode to chat about Christmas gifting and shopping tips so that this holiday season isn't one of stress, rather one of joy. You're listening to Mind Over Money, presented by waymakerfinance.com.au. We'll be back in just a bit. Hey, Tamara.
Hey, Lachlan.
How are you going?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Hey, guys, Archie's out of town this week, so Tamara's joining today's discussion. Tamara is part of our member support team here at Waymaker, and she's also a wonderful mum to her daughter, Liana.
Oh, thanks, Lockie.
Hey, Tamara, Christmas came quick this year.
Yeah, I'm trying not to press the panic button. It's getting close very quickly, and yeah, I'm sure that there are many people like me that are just wishing they were a little more prepared.
Yeah. I was walking through Target the other day and I saw the trees this a couple of weeks ago and I thought, holy mackerel, it's, it wasn't even November at that time. I was like, wow, these trees are up quick.
Yeah,
So yeah, it has snuck up on us.
Yeah.
So today we've got 5 tips for you guys to help with this silly season. We know it's not always easy doing Christmas shopping with everything that everyone has on their plate already. You've got to somehow find time for gifting, for shopping, and doing all that without breaking the bank.
Yeah. The last thing you want to do is get to the new year and you're still stressed out to the max, and Christmas bill is still chasing you. So these 5 tips will help you get you thinking ahead so you can plan, buy, gift, and enjoy the Christmas holiday period.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Hey, so Tamara, what's tip number 1?
Tip number 1 is to plan your generosity on paper.
Okay, what do you mean by this?
Well, you want to write a list on paper or in your iPhone Notes app or even on a spreadsheet.
Like Santa.
Like Santa, that's it. Well, Christmas is about being a good Santa. It's about giving. But we really want to calculate things and make sure that we know what we're doing. We're prepared. We've got to prepare for the mission that is going to the shopping centre. And while I'm saying that, try not to bring your kids.
That can be a handful.
So we all know the difference it makes when we go to the grocery store and we have a fixed list of things that we need to buy versus if we just rock up hungry and buy the whole store. So really planning is the key.
I've done that.
Yeah, I think we've all done that.
Yeah.
My daughter knows now, eat first.
Yeah, you're right. It does make a big difference when you've actually got a list and you haven't got a list. Planning is key. It also helps you communicate with your spouse as well around what you're actually planning on gifting to, who you're giving gifts to, and it sets those expectations about who we're going to give a gift to this year. Because the reality is we can't give a gift to every single person, and so we actually need to set a budget and plan ahead. And so we can just see, how much potential money we're actually going to be spending this year and actually see if that lines up with what we can afford.
That's right. And start with who's on your heart. It's every year we go through the year and there'll be certain people that are on your heart for various reasons. So start your list with those people and start setting some money aside as soon as possible. So hopefully you've already been doing that this year, Lockie. You've been putting a little aside ready for gifts.
We have actually, we've been using the cash flow system. So that's actually tip number 2, which is to set money aside now. So people who, do the Waymaker advocacy program, you'll know we talk about this all the time with the cash flow system is setting money aside into that savings bucket. So create one for Christmas shopping. And, that way you can just see how much you're saving each week.
Yeah, we're gamifying it.
Yeah, gamifying it. That's it. And, you can see how much you're spending as well as you purchase out of that account. And I actually find this, I'm not sure if you found this, Tamara, but when you're actually saving for something and you're waiting and you're saving up, you tend to find things that actually fit the budget better. You actually find that more sales come up to the point when you actually go to buy than you would just, rushing out and buying it straight away or throwing it on the credit card, worrying about it into the new year. The more we get prepared, it just seems to be that, good deals seem to just follow and we just feel more relaxed when we buy and we end up just buying a better gift overall.
That's right. Yeah, I actually have a confession to make. I went shopping yesterday for a little while and I walked out of there with so much regret, and I will be returning my purchases and having a do-over here. Because it's such an emotional thing going shopping, and you get caught up in, there's just all these sales tickets or all this pressure to be prepared. So I actually looked at my savings bucket for Christmas and went, no, this won't do. So I will be returning some of those and, redoing my list.
Yep. Yeah, that's
Very
good.
timely experience.
I love that. That's a great honesty moment right there. That's great. The setting a list first and then setting money aside, it also means that you can go through the shops and start researching things ahead without yet having to buy them. There's no pressure to buy just right now. We're just going through, thinking about what we want to buy and looking at different gift options. And then when we actually come time ready to buy, we know we have the money ready to go. Tip number 3, I found this last year, is when we have money set up and ready to go, we can take advantage of those early sales, because I do find there are a lot of sales around the end of November. We're recording this early November. I'm not sure when people are listening to this episode, but around end of November, start of December seems to be where there's some really good sales to pick up some gifts at a good price. And then I find that actually the closer we get to Christmas, the less sales there are, because I think the shops know that we're under time pressure. We're more likely just to go out and just buy something on Christmas Eve and, pay the full price or pay whatever's left. And so I found last year, having some money set aside, actually, I bought a couple of gifts during the Black Friday sales and Cyber Monday sales. So I was able to use those sales to pick up some pretty good items. That being said, it's a double-edged sword. If you know what Black Friday is, it's an American holiday that we've picked up in Australia. It's so hyped up, this event. So just be careful that you do stay on budget and keep a cool head if you are looking at anything to do with Black Friday or Cyber Monday, because marketing tends to run rampant during that 24 hours. So
Yeah, I find I try to ignore the sales because there are so many all the time, and just you can really get quite caught up and then in a bit of a frenzy and buy all these things just because they're on sale. I'm sure I'll give that to somebody.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, when you buy something just because it's on sale and you think, oh yeah, someone will love this, and then it still sits in your closet.
Well, that's what I did yesterday. It was like, oh, it's on sale. I need gifts. I need gifts quick.
Yeah, that only works probably for a box of favorites, because you can, you can chuck that in any gift when it's on half price. But that's probably all it applies to is buying things just because they're half price. By the way, I do love box of favorites. Just hint to anyone's listening. Hey, Tamara, what's tip number 4?
Tip number 4, get creative and think outside the box. This is so much fun. So, it comes down to things like making your own chocolates or making your own Christmas cards. Gifts should be shared experiences. If you have lots of friends and you like to get together, why not? For example, if you all like to go to golf, mini golf or something, get some tickets and sham around, have a picnic, a day at the beach with lunch, something like that.
I find especially some of my guy friends, we just love doing things together. And I think it'd be the same, for girls as well, is just having an experience together, not just giving a physical gift, but, being together, hanging out, picnic, mini golf or driving range,
Yeah, quality time is the best gift. Be the gift.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, my wife does a lot of baking, so she'll bake cookies and we'll give them as part of gifts as well. Or if you're really creative, even just painting something. I've seen people paint other people's homes like as portraits. It's amazing. I wish I could do that.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
But yeah, just get creative. Think outside the box.
Yeah, and also to be filling needs, finding things that are useful for people. You don't want to be, buying gifts that are going to have long-term costs throughout the year. You want a gift to keep on giving.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just might need a babysitter or, for you to look after their puppy for a little while. Just something practical that you can actually help with, because that's going to be the most memorable thing. At the end of the day, it's not all about the material things.
Love that. What's tip number 5, Tamara?
Do a Secret Santa with your family, friend, group, or workplace.
Oh, I love Secret Santas. These can be so much fun, especially when you're allowed to steal the gifts in the game. That's always my favorite type of Secret Santa.
So I might have to give this a try, maybe for the kids or something.
Oh, they're a heap of fun. They're really great to do with workplaces, with colleagues, but you can do them with family or extended family. If you're maybe meeting your family on one day and you're meeting extended family on the next day or something like that. Or if you have a large friendship group and you don't want to buy a gift for all 20 friends or something like that, you can just do a Secret Santa and meet up over lunch. They can be a lot of fun, but the great thing about a Secret Santa is you have a set budget and it just simplifies the number of gifts that you buy. So you can just focus on buying a more generic gift that, you know, lots and lots of people will love, and you can put a lot of effort into that one gift.
Yeah,
And then
awesome.
it's always heaps of fun when you do the Secret Santa, especially when you can steal the gifts, depending on what sort of set of rules you go by. Okay, we actually have a bonus tip here, which we were just talking about before. So we're going to throw this in. This is number 6. What's this bonus tip, Tamara?
The bonus tip is to write a really nice card, because words matter more. And I think that is what gifting from the heart is all about, taking the time to, you know, write something about what you appreciate or love about each person, you know, that, you know, it's going to impact that person in a powerful way. And, you know, we live in a fast-paced world, and we're just giving these gifts and cards and, you know, moving on. But we really want to get some quality out of that time together instead of being so busy all the time. It's about relationships. Christmas is about, you know, the joy of giving, the joy of receiving. You know, we want to stop and see someone and really see and appreciate them.
Yeah, it can be so easy just to give a gift, write a quick card, happy Christmas, throw it in, and then just hand them over the gift. But to actually stop and to actually look someone in the eye just for a whole 2 seconds, you know, and actually give them a hug and actually stop and appreciate them and recognize them. I think in our, like you said, our fast-paced society, that's what's missing. There's this deep desire for love and acceptance and connection. And sometimes that's the bit that we skimp over because we are so focused on the gift. And so just to stop, look someone in the eye, tell them how much they mean to you. And, you know, of course, if it's a work colleague or your cafe barista, you're not going to get up and bear hug them, but, you know, just have an honest, appreciative moment of that person when you're giving that gift. Because what it does is it actually takes the focus away from the gift, from you and from them, and actually focuses you both onto the relationship, the appreciation of that person. And that's what really matters the most, is the gift is just an expression of your appreciation for that person. And so it just really brings the focus back to the relationship.
It really is the thought that counts, isn't it?
That's it. But not just a thought, writing the thought down into a card. Because that can be the hardest part, is, you know, we can have all these great thoughts towards people and they may never know it. So we've got to write it down, and we've actually got to give it to them, or just tell them. We have to open our mouth and actually tell them how much people mean to us.
Yeah.
That can be a little scary. I got my hand in the air here. It can be a little bit scary to do that sometimes, but I think ultimately that's all what we really want. We want to know that we're loved and appreciated by others. So that really is the best gift, the gift from the heart.
And tell people all year round as well. Write it on a card for Christmas, but all year round, make a point of making sure people know how valued and appreciated, and be a gift all year round, I think. Yeah. Hey, look, what's today's closing thought now we've done these tips?
So today's closing thought is that Christmas really is all about freely receiving and freely giving. So we're only giving out of what we've received. And we actually have to learn to receive. That's actually what the Christian Christmas message is, by the way. It's to receive the gift that God has prepared for humanity, and a gift undeserving, to say the least, but freely provided nonetheless. And so it is that story of grace at this time of year that it reminds us and inspires us to extend love and grace and generosity towards other people. And I think we can only do that when we really learn to really give out of what we've freely received. And I think the big stress point around Christmas is performance. So we have this pressure to give more than that we have, or more than we have received. And, you know, that partly can be from guilt in relationships. And, you know, I think the other part's probably just the consumer agenda, because businesses obviously want us to spend more, right? And that's okay. That's capitalism. But we just need to recognize, hey, this is actually what we have to give. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I guess today's action point from today's closing thought is to practice intentional and responsible gift giving. So by intentional, we mean, you know, because people matter, and we want to put some thought into heart into what we're gifting and to who we're gifting to. And responsible, we want to only give out of what we've received, out of what we have, so that we're being integrous, we're being generous, and we don't fall into debt, we don't fall into stress, because that's the last thing we want at Christmas, is to be stressed. And we are so stressed that we actually miss the whole point of being with our friends, our family, and loving people around us and enjoying each other's company. So there you go, 5 tips plus a bonus tip.
Thanks, Lochy. That was great.
I hope we have encouraged you guys as you prepare for the Christmas season ahead. Hey, before we go, make sure you follow us on Instagram at Waymaker Finance because we have a Christmas giveaway coming soon. It will be your chance to win some prizes, not just for you, but your friends as well. So go and follow Waymaker Finance on Instagram so you can be the first to enter that giveaway soon. Thanks, Tamara, and thanks everyone for listening. We hope you guys have a wonderful week.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.